Observation over time. So in this activity, we're going to set something up that you could do in class. You just need a plate. White works better. Some Skittles. I have found that the little equivalent do work as well. And some cold water. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange the Skittles on the plate into a pattern. So I've decided to put them around the outside in a ring like this. It doesn't matter how you organise them. Children can organise them however they want. In fact, one of the questions they might ask is, does it make a difference how you organise them? And once I've done that, I'm going to add some water. This is just water straight from the tap. Again, the question that you might ask is, would it make a difference if I change the temperature of the water? So you could repeat this and change the temperature of the water. Try really cold water from the fridge. Try warm water. And as this is an observation over time, actually what you really want the children now to do is just to sit and watch. Or you could set it going, do something else and just get them to report back in. I have sped up the video, so this is on double time. But it does happen fairly quickly. So just watch what's happening with the colours and the Skittles. It can be quite relaxing actually just to watch it. As you do so, have a think about what would you ask the children to notice? What would you get them to start thinking about? What exactly can you see happening? Can they describe what they see happening? Do all the colours seem to behave in the same way? How could you change this? How could you extend this as an activity so you could start this as a teacher, demonstrate it and get children to think of another way of doing this to see what difference it makes? And actually you could just move it to the side, leave it and see if anything changed long term. This does happen relatively quickly, as I say. And when I've done this before, actually something really odd happens to the S on top of the Skittle, but I'm not going to tell you what that is. I shall let you have a play and try that yourself. So here I'm just organising the Skittles in a different way, and obviously this time I've really sped it up just to show what the difference it makes. To be honest, I thought it would go into quarters and it hasn't quite done that, so I might actually like to have another go at doing this to see if it does something different. Data loggers can be really useful for noticing patterns and for making observations over time. If you can't find yours in school, actually most smartphones will run an app. So this is Science Journal from Google, and it has various settings. So this is the lux setting, so you can look at ambient light and it will measure it for you, so you can just get an idea of the light in the room. So you could look at which periods of the day were lightest in the classroom. This is the noise meter, so you can look at, you could take snapshots across the day. When is my classroom the noisiest? There are various other settings on it. So this is pitch, so you could use it to actually look at how pitch of the notes changes as we sing, high notes, low notes, what that actually looks like using some kind of monitoring device. I'm just singing happy birthday into it now, as you could, well, you won't be able to see that, but you can see it going up and down. There are various other apps to do with positioning on there, not especially useful. There is a compass, which actually if you were looking at degrees and might be linked to geography or to maths, then you might want to use that. And then this one seems to be a magnet meter. Not entirely sure how I'd use that in the classroom for, but these are actually quite a useful, it's a free app that you can just download onto your phone. I'm sure you could get similar ones for iPhones. And what you can do is, I've just done that, I've just pressed record, so I could actually record a bit. So I could take that and then I could just store that, so I could take a snap